We get them both back. Great. So the numbers are a little more even now. They're down 3. Oh, we're down 2. Great. We have a chance to tie this up. I'm not going to do anything more than try to tie it up. Not going to try to stretch to win, especially with Nurgle. They don't really have that capability. It's not about that. Maybe once I get more Pestigores, we'll be able to, but until then, spread out our guys, just like that. We'll have, let's see, we have the number 13 and the letter Z. We'll have the number 13 join Elmo in trying to retrieve the ball. That might go... Oh, that might scatter off, which would be great. He's got a perfect defense, but luckily we're all stretched out along the line, so I don't know if it's going to do him any good. He's going to go right near the ball just in case it scatters correctly onto our side. Okay, yeah, moving his Hobgoblin away from the Beast of Nurgle and ganging up on Oscar there. Looks like they want revenge. And yeah, he's completely on the line. It's going to be interesting. We'll be able to hit that guy, at least, the claw. Okay, and it bounces on our side, which means I don't get to just give it to one of my players. I am going to make some blocks first before I try to pick up the ball, even though that's a little riskier. I think it's less risky to try to make blocks than, yeah, I should rephrase that, because it's less risky to try to make blocks than it is to pick up the ball, especially if you're not an elf. And yeah, I'm just gonna push him out of the way. Oh, he's got one. Okay. I think I'm not gonna have Snuffy roll. Maybe we'll blitz with him, but what I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, here's what we'll do. We'll move him over here so that the number 15 has a 2-die block against the Bull Centaur, and we'll be looking pretty secure. This isn't half bad, and we get a stun. Lovely. I think I'm going to hang off on making those 1-die blocks until we secure the ball, at least. And even with the blocker there, I am not going to reroll that, because we have enough of a force there that we'll be able to respond. Yes! Another great skill of Nurgle. Ooh. Ah, crud. That's gonna be probably a fire. A niggle this early for Oscar is not good. I'm not planning on naming my players anything else. Because I'm really annoyed that risk pulled off well for him, but at this point, a niggle, which makes, when you get an injury, it makes it worse, is not really worth it on an unskilled player. And yeah, he just gets the shove because he re-rolled that, but it's not worth it on an unskilled player. It's worth it if you have a really amazing player. Of course he picks it up. It's worth it if you have a really amazing player. I don't know why he's making those go for it, because I can still get him down. Keep interrupting myself. It is worth it if you have a really amazing player, but it's not worth it if you just have a new player, because that's going to put him in more risk in the long term. That includes if you get a minus armor value, a minus strength, minus movement value, agility, not so much if that's not what the player is about. I'm not gonna re-roll that either, just because we have more turns to try to fix the problem. Oh, you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to stick Snuffy on him. Yeah. So that even if he gets back up, he shouldn't be able to fix that problem. So, unfortunately, even though Oscar got the first injury of the team, he will also be a fire along with the letter B, which will drop our TV down a lot, which means that even though we'll have loners for the next couple matches, we will also have a lot of extra advantages, hopefully, if we're matched with the right teams. A loner is if you come into a match with less than 11 players, because 11 is the minimum that you need to play a match properly. So what the game does is it gives you a loner in order to at least stand a chance. What happens, the negative part of a loner is that they can't, if you're trying to reroll something with them, there's a chance that they might ignore that completely and stick with whatever was going to fail in the first place. He's going to make a huge risk, and it looks like it might pay off. He made a 2-die block against and got a push, which means that he'll be able to try to dodge away. But since a Chaos Dwarf blocker is agility 2, I don't know how he got the ball in the first place without a reroll, but it's going to be very difficult for him to dodge away, and he does. What we're going to do, or not, I was going to put tentacles on him, which would make it kind of impossible for him to dodge away. But instead I'll just blitz him again, and reroll it this time if I don't get it down. Well, I have to reroll it anyway, and we do. Okay. Much better. I think we re-rolled it, so I think I'm going to make blocks first, and then pick up the ball with the number 13. And getting plenty of POWs for it. Lovely. Since we have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 5 turns to be able to score, I'm comfortable with making these blocks first because we have someone next to the ball, which should make it more difficult to pick up since he would have to blitz first and everything. Okay, we don't get to pick up the ball, and they're both going down. Luckily, it stuns him and not us. So I assume he's going to try to blitz with his Chaos Dwarf blocker, pick up the ball, which means that he'll have to make a go for it since he can only move one space after standing up. You get deducted three movement allowance for when you have to stand up after you get knocked down. So it'll require go for it, and he won't be able to score this turn. Just a push, and now he's going to try to pick up the ball and succeed again. What is this game? I don't understand. Good lord. Okay, we're gonna blitz him again. And we're gonna re-roll again. And we're gonna knock him down again. And we're scatter the ball again. And this time, we're gonna have to try to pick it up with no re-rolls. We do need to start moving though. So I want to hit this hobgoblin. But if that fails, he won't be able do his silly stuff again. His bull honky. Good lord. I brought it on myself, so I don't have anyone else to blame. And double stun. But this means that Elmo will be able to try to pick it up. Yes, foul appearance is working great. Of course, they, could just make the block then. Yeah, I don't think I fully explained that. Foul appearance on a 2+ roll, so just like a go for it, test whether a player will become too disgusted with actually trying to touch a Nurgle warrior or the Beast of Nurgle. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the number 13 mark the ball so that if he doesn't pick it up, it's not the end of the world. I'm going to stand him up, and I'm going to try to move Snuffleupagus without anybody telling him what to do. And he figures it out. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to try to hop over here, and we get the ball. And he is within blitzing range. But what we're going to do is try to, be slightly in the way. I didn't want to make any go for it, so. Okay, so we have 3 turns to make it down the pitch, and they have quite a good amount of opposition in the way. I'm glad his claw isn't working as much this match, and of course, now that I've said that, he's going to get nothing but claw injuries. So the problem is that most of our players are tied up, which means that even if Elmo goes down the field, he won't have any protection. Snicker, snicker. So what we can do is hope and pray. Okay. He's yeah, is he? Yes! Is he? He took it. He took it. Okay. So, what I might do is, if I can get him and him out of the way, then we would have a safe-ish spot over here. The problem is that I would have to make... Oh, I have to do it without any rerolls. So here we go. Excellent. Okay, so the question is, do I make the roll with Snuffy or with Big Bird? We're going with Snuffy because he has Mighty Blow. Excellent. Nothing comes of it, but that's alright. So now, since the letter Z can go there, we're gonna have a makeshift cage. The question is, because I don't think they're going to figure out a way to fix that situation, because that would require dodges, and I'm going to try to help that by dodging away the number 13 to cover him. Yes, okay. Whew. So we have now 2 turns, and so we have to go about halfway each turn. And since my warriors can't really come with them, that means that he's probably going to send safety downfield, and we're not going to really have a response for it, especially since they're tied up right now. But we do have the letter Z to try to help, and I'll probably try to get as far away as possible so it's harder for them to catch up. Yes! Double ones! That's what we like to see. So now he's kind of stuck there, and he's going to make another one die block for a push. I don't know if he's gonna... He follows it up, which means that we need to clear him. So that is gonna be... We might be able to free Big Bird as well, but... Oh, he gets... Okay. Yep, see, he's making a safety as well as he can. I do like that he does not have any rerolls left. I like that a lot. Neither do I, but that's not the point. Okay, push is all we need, and we are going to risk Cookie Monster by tying both of them up. And then we are going to... He'll have to make plenty of go-for-its to blitz us. So we are going to go up against the side here. I think that's the best we can do. It's really risky because it's really easy to get pinned. But if we can move Big Bird down, then at least he'll be able to respond next turn. And we're not going to be able to. Okay. What we can do is we can blitz with the number 13, and it can kind of have the same effect. You just won't be able to go as far. My guess is what he's going to do is free up one, and then blitz my Marauder with the other. That's okay. I forgive you because you made that really awesome play earlier by remembering what to do on your own. So I'll forgive you for not realizing, even with someone right next to you. Oh, he has a Hobgoblin free now, which I was trying to hit. So that means he'll be able to get a 2-die block there, and then send Mass Murderer down. He gets a KO, but at this point in the game it doesn't really matter. I can only hope that he fails one of these go-for-its. And he only has to make one more. Oh gosh. Of course. So what we're gonna have to do is clear him on a 1-die block. And then make 2 go-for-its. With no rerolls. So, on a hope and a prayer, here we go. For all the pushes that we got this game, I like that push. I like that push a lot. I also forgot to mention that we have to pick up the ball. That's kind of important. Well, here we go. Fingers crossed. And that's going to be our first loss, unfortunately. But it was a very close game, closer than I thought it would be. We'll throw out the old GG. And barring any horrendous injuries, I will see you guys next time for more Blood Bowl.